So today I am going to be going through the off-page SEO or the backlink audit checklist that I actually use for clients. Now, in this case, it's pretty important to first of all audit any new backlinks that you're getting through to your website, but it's also equally as important to audit links that you had existing going through to your website. In some cases, you might need to do a disavow depending on your website and stuff like that as well. So very quickly, if you want to learn more about SEO and you want an in-person SEO conference to attend, the Masterminders, which is happening on the 27th of June in Manchester, and we've got the likes of Craig Campbell, Lara Acosta, James Dooley, Carrie Rose, and many, many more. So if you want to learn about website flipping, like buying a website for cheap, doing some work on it, and then flipping it for a higher price, that's what Craig's going to be talking about. If you want to learn more about generating leads for your actual SEO agency using LinkedIn, that's what Lara Acosta is going to be talking about. And then we've got lead generation by James, and then digital PR and how to like pitch and get more digital PR backlinks by Carrie Rose. So if you haven't already, go and grab your tickets at themasterminders.com. So earlier in the week, I done a case study with Surfer SEO and also RankWatch, where we analyzed 12,000 websites that were offering links. We also analyzed 500 websites that were basically hit by HCU. And basically the conclusion was that it was very much down to the actual links that were pointing through to the HCU impacted websites. So I've actually decided to create a checklist based off of those links that you should be analyzing. Also, if you want a copy of this sheet, the link will be down below. Click on File and then make a copy, and then you're actually able to edit it and stuff like that. So let's actually take a deep dive into this. So step number one, this is more so for new links. So if you're looking to acquire new links through to your website, this is the process that you would want to do. So first of all, head over to Ahrefs. We're going to click on the competitive analysis section, and then we're going to make certain that referring domains is checked. So this is basically going to give us, first of all, a big long list of backlinks that it thinks that we need. So all I've done here is I have just entered 3 of my competitors. So these are like 3 law firms in the UK. And I've just put in casual law at the top, and I'm going to click on show link opportunities. Now, if you've ever used this, it's a great tool. However, there is some misunderstandings, because in some cases it won't filter out like any spammy data or any spammy backlinks, and this is where our backlink checklist is going to come in when it comes to actually analyzing it. So a few things that we want to make certain that we are actually first of all doing is we're going to select do follow links, and we're going to also do a minimum DR range of 20 to a high DR range of, let's say, 75. And those are typically like guest posting websites, links that we can actually reach out to and actually get listed on as well. Now we've went to 763. That doesn't mean that you need 763 links. By the end of this actual list, there's probably going to only be like a couple hundred links that we're going to need to actually acquire. Also, one other filter that I do like to set is only show me links that at least link to 2 of my competitors. You can do 3, but in my previous examples, you don't get many. So I always select at least 2 of my competitors, and then it'll give us a good variety of links. As you can see, we're down to already 126 links. So that's step number 1. We have analyzed that. We've also gotten rid of, I would probably say, like probably 40 to 50% of spammy links already, just by setting up these filters. The next thing we want to take a look at is review the total number of backlinks and focus on relevant ones, and discard spammy or irrelevant ones. So for example, right, if we take a look, and again, don't ask me how I know this, but I just do. This website here is a spammy link. It's more so like a spammed directory that everyone gets a listing on. So this is what it looks like. I'm certain if I was to go through a few others, yeah, there's a couple of these. So in this case, what you want to do, and I'll show you what I mean. Like this is, I know it looks like the same website, but it's two separate websites. There's a lot of these links that you should just ignore. I reckon there's probably about 40 of these, or maybe 60, just based off of like previous websites and stuff that I've actually audited. There's a lot of these actually, like all of these that I've just opened up. SEOhelpdirectory.com. Again, these just aren't going to push the needle. They might look good on paper and on Ahrefs and like link building tools and stuff. They're just not going to push any needles at all. So this is what I mean. Just ignore some of those types of links. Like, look at this. It's on paper, this is a really good link. It's a DR72. And, well, I mean, I suppose it's not good on paper because it's not ranking for anything. But you get the point, right? Like, this at one point was ranking for a fair few keywords, not crazy amounts, but just make certain if you are doing the eyeball test, which is what I'm basically talking about here, you don't want to just go out and just get all 125 of these links. One thing that you can also do as well to help make this a little bit easier is you can actually export via Ahrefs and go through individually and see which ones you actually want to reach out to and which ones you don't. That's what I would recommend doing for this step, but this is going to take you maybe a couple hours to do. So in this case, I'm not going to do that, but very, very easy. You would just set up a sheet similar to this with a tick box, and you would just export this, and you would just go through each individual backlink, looking at it, saying like, okay, practicallaw.com or theorg.com. Is it actually relevant to what I do? Is it not? I'm going to keep it, or I'm not going to actually reach out to it. So that's what I would be doing here. Another thing that you can also do as well, now that I'm coming to actually thinking of it, you're actually able to tell that these are all like the spammy directories because they all have zero traffic. So what you could actually do is you could just set a filter to say anything above 1,000, or actually anything above 500 traffic. Let's do that. 500 traffic, and as you can see, we've went from 128 domains already down to 48 domains. So we've very, very quickly gotten rid of a lot of spam. Now, this next section is really important, especially if you've got like a tight link building budget. Because typically when you're reaching out to some of these websites, like for example, if we were to do an outreach link to resolution.org.uk, right? Even for like a guest post, or to be fair, these guys look like they are a directory. Let's see if we can find a guest post on website. Europeanmagazine.com, right? This will most definitely be like a paid gig, right? So basically how it would work is you would reach out to these guys, you might get like the email, or you might find like the contact us page. And basically you would probably just like email like info at or whoever. You could even email all three, it doesn't really matter. And they would basically come back to you saying like, yeah, no problem. It might be $500 to get a page written on our website. And they typically charge you based off of the actual writer's fee. So if you can imagine, right, every time they need to publish a blog article on their website, there's obviously they need to pay a writer, so then you're basically paying for that writer. Now, the reason why I've selected check domain authority of linking website, domain authority or domain rating, whatever you want to check, it's not really a right or wrong thing. But typically the higher the DR websites, they are going to charge you more, especially for like a guest post or link insert and stuff like that. So if you've got a tight link building budget, this is probably the best time to go through the sheet and categorize it into like 3 sections. Sites that have got a DR higher than, let's say, 65 and above. Sites that have got a DR range between 65 and, let's say, 45. And sites that have got a DR range below 45. So below 45 to maybe 20 or 15 DR. That's what I would be doing here. And the reason for that is let's say, for example, if you've got £3,000 to spend on link building every single month, you might decide, okay, I'm gonna buy, let's say, 3 high DR websites every single month. I'm going to buy maybe 2 medium and then maybe 4 low DR websites. All equally will help you. It's not to say that like you should do one or the other. You should try and get a mixed bag. You should try and get some high DR web links. You should try and get some medium, and you should try and get some low DR links as well. Like a lot of people, when they first start off their link building campaigns, all they want is like the high DR stuff. So like 75 DR, 78 DR, 90 DR, and it's like whoa. You've not even got any of the like the cheaper to buy stuff. So like for example, if we were to take a look at this, like this is a legalbeagles.info. This is a law website, and it gets 6,196 hits every single month. Would I get a link off of this? Yeah, definitely. It's probably going to cost me maybe $200-300 to get a listing on this. It's definitely going to help push the needle. So that's that step. Identify page authority. So this is I actually use a tool for this. Like let's take a look at this. So there is a Chrome extension that you can get called Link Research Tools. What I'll actually do is I'll show you guys. Link Research Tools Chrome extension, because there is 2 different Chrome extensions. This isn't the one. It is Link Research Tool SEO Toolbar. I believe it's this one. So you actually need to go to the Link Research Tools website. If you search Link Research Tools Chrome extension, it's the second. It's the one that's actually on the LRT website. That I use, but basically, and also this is a free tool as well. If you're ever getting like niche edits, so like link inserts, this is a really fantastic tool, because what it actually allows you to do is you can actually take a look at the page authority as opposed to just looking at domain authority, and it will give you a score. So for example, what I'll do is wait for this to load. So on the left hand side, this is the domain authority. So this is the authority for the actual domain, and this is the actual page authority here. So this is like a power of a 2 and a trust score of 1. So that obviously totals to being a trustworthy, like both powerful and also trustworthy page. So in this case, if I was going to get listed on this is like the five fantastic high net worth estate planning lawyers in the UK, right? I would actually reach out to this website and I would say, hey, can you turn this page into being like the top 6 fantastic lawyers? And typically speaking, they're probably going to say yes. They might just charge you some money. Let's take a look and see if there are any others in here. Inside conveyancing. So that looks like a directory site, which would be like free to get. Let's see. So this is another page. This ranks for the top 10 best lawyers in London. And as you can see here, it's got some power. It doesn't have any trust. So it's probably worthwhile getting listed on here, even though it's not got much trust to the actual page. But this is like a really good example of a website's domain. So the actual domain overall could be really trustworthy and very powerful, but a page on that domain could literally just be burning money. So just make certain that, although I have mentioned like look at domain authority, also look at page authority as well. And the little tip that you can actually do using this method is, let's say for example, we found a law website, like where was that? This website here, right? Let's say we were going to do outreach through to this website. What you could also do as well, like a little bit of a tactic, is look at top pages And if we go to, you could actually even do best by links. This is probably a little bit of a better example. And this is more so a forum website. Let me find a website with that's not a forum. So this is a website that actually accepts like guest posting and stuff. Now, what you can do is you can go to Best By Links and you can look at their pages that actually have the most amount of links. Like, for example, this has already 72 referring domains to it. And when you're doing your outreach or your email to them saying like, hey, I was wondering if you can place a link, you can actually specify that you want a link on this specific page. And if we actually load this up using LRT, what you will find is that it actually has got backlinks already going through to it. So it's already got tiered links going through to it, and the power of this page is a lot higher. Now, they've got a few pages that actually have got a load of links. Obviously, the top page here is going to be the homepage, and if you ask them for a link off their homepage, they're probably going to tell you where to go. But any other like internal page that they have, like maybe it's a blog article from a couple of years ago that's kind of went semi-viral, it's got already a load of links going through to it. Like this page here, right? It's a power score of 5 and 2, so it's a really trustworthy page. It's already got 5,000 backlinks going through to it and 189 referring domains. So this would be the page that I would want to get a link from. And to be fair, it looks like they are actually internally linking through to a load of different law firms. So you could definitely get a link from, maybe not this page, but there's definitely other internal pages like the key deadlines calendar page you could definitely get a link from. So take a look and see which internal pages have got a load of links and see if you can actually get a backlink from that specific page going through to your website. So the next step is assessing the link location on the actual page. Now, many people get this wrong, and I don't know if it's maybe because they are unaware of it, or maybe they just don't know how to actually build out links properly. But if we take a look at some guest posts, for example, if we take a look at this, right? A link going to your web page that's all the way up here yields more weight than a link down here. So I've actually said this: prioritize links placed higher on the page as they carry more weight and contribute better to SEO. So, for example, if you're going to be writing the actual content going through to the website, make certain that you actually have the link just higher up the page. And the reason for that is because Google crawls the website from top to bottom, and sometimes it might not even get to the bottom. So just make certain that if you are going to be getting links, you are actually having it high up the actual page. Let's see, this page, has it even got a link? Trying to find the link. David Fletcher. So this is one thing that they've done, which is quite smart. By David Fletcher, pictured. So they've actually got a link right at the very first tippity top. So that's one way of doing it, I suppose. Let's see what these guys have done. Where is the link? So it should be here. Right, so this is right at the very bottom. So this is like two examples on the exact same website, one of which they're doing it really well. The other is they're doing it pretty poorly because they've linked all the way right at the bottom. So also another thing as well is links that are like, for example, this link on the exact same page is deemed way more important than this link all the way down here. So just make certain that you are prioritizing your links going through to your website higher up the actual page as well. So the next thing that we want to take a look at is your actual anchor text. Now, if you are already ranking for a keyword, maybe you're like position 7, 8, 9, 10, and you might have already built some links, you want to be really careful when it comes to which anchor text that you use, because in some cases, if you overdo your anchor text, it can definitely penalize your web page or potentially your website, depending on how aggressive and how many links you're actually building. So a good strategy for this is to actually make certain that you are analyzing your competitors' anchor text and you're basing it off of what's working for them. So a really easy way of actually doing that is taking a look at one of your competitors at a page level. So we'll just take a look at these guys and we will analyze their backlinks. So for anybody that might be newer to actual link building and SEO and stuff like that, you've obviously got different types of anchor text. Like for example, this is like a partial match. So a partial match basically means it's partially got the keyword that you're trying to rank for, which is London solicitors or London lawyers. And then it's also got a brand as well. So this is partial. If there was a anchor text where it was literally just solicitors in London, that would be exact match, because that's the keyword that we're trying to rank for. And in this case, they've actually not got many, or they don't have a single exact match. They've always just went after like exact plus branded, so it's like more of a partial match. Now, this is what I would probably recommend on most websites, especially if you're doing link building to like an inner page. When it comes to like your homepage, you probably want more so just actual homepage and branded links going through to it. When it comes to inner pages, you can be a little bit more aggressive. I quite like what these guys have actually done. Like, again, there's a lot of branded, as you can see, Slater Gordon, London Solicitors, space, Slater Gordon. So they actually have actually done a fairly decent job. Now, the good thing about this is if you were to use this strategy for your website where you are going very much down the branded route, all it takes is maybe one or two links to go a little bit more aggressive with the actual anchor text, and then you're going to end up ranking. So this is probably a really good starting point, especially if you have never done any link building. So from a homepage, like just to recap, homepage, you should just always do branded. So if your website is called Casual Law, for example, you would just have Casual Law, Casual Law, Casual Law. For an inner page, do something like what these guys have done. Do a Slater Gordon plus your keyword, or a Casual Dash plus keyword. And then if you see your website creeping up onto like page, let's say 1, bottom of page 1, then you can do a little bit more exact match, maybe 1 or 2 links then. So identify follow versus no follow. Balance the follow and no follow links to maintain a natural backlink profile. Now, some people, they just don't like doing no follow links, but it's a really good foundational type of actual link. It's also free to get in a lot of cases. So if I actually just look at Slater Gordon, we can do no follow links, only no follow links, and we're just going to click on show results. So as you can see, they've got 3,128 no follow links. What I would also do as well is we can do a DR range of, let's say, 20 to 85, let's say. And this will probably show us a lot of like directories and stuff like that we can actually get links off of. So if we take a look here, lawyersbay.com, top law firms in the UK, that seems like a directory that you can actually get listed on. Yeah, it's like a roundup directory that we could probably get a link off of for relatively cheap. And let's see, what else have they got that is a directory? There's a few different like newspaper sites that they've got a link from, like the Western Telegraph and stuff, but there should be a way of getting some directories as well. 1 second. So I've figured out how to do it. If you do these following actual filters, you've got like no follow, DR range of 20 to 85. You could probably even remove that DR range. And if you actually mention the business name in the referring page, you will find a load of different directories like this. Now, I highly recommend getting directories like this. If you don't want to do this crazy filter, you can go to a tool like Localo, and this will actually give you a load of directories to actually include, especially if you've got like a small amount of no-follow links. So very quickly, if you actually log into Localo, you can actually see the citation section. So it will tell you like which citations to get, which ones you already have, which ones are active, and these are the ones to actually to actually get. So like freeindex.com, for example, massive directory in the UK to actually get listed on. Spot check spammy backlinks is step number 8. Now, I actually did mention this in the Surfer SEO article, where there was a load of people selling spammy links, and one easy way to actually identify if it's a spammy link is if you just run it through Ahrefs and you do the eyeball test on the actual website. So this first website's called iTechify. And as you can see, this website is DR68, and it's ranking for 165 keywords. But at one point, it was ranking for 2,000 keywords. And as you can see, it's just been manipulated like no tomorrow. So the DR68, it's not a true DR68 website. Same goes with this site here, Vents Magazine. And if we take a look here, this is the DR78 website. And as you can see, it's just completely been destroyed. And at one point, it was getting 897 branded, manipulated traffic through to the site. So just be wary of this, especially if you are looking at acquiring links. A lot of websites, so they will manipulate DR, they will manipulate traffic just so they can sell you a link on that website at a much higher rate. So just be careful. Sites like this that just look like they're just talking about anything, marketing, tech, business, web design, healthcare, automotive, career economy, this is just like built to sell a link on, and it's just not going to pass any power. So just spot check your spammy links like that. Again, a really good way of spot checking links is the link research tools section here, if you've not got Ahrefs as well. So another way of spot checking spammy links is reviewing the actual content on that website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at this site here, Vents Magazine, because it's still ranking for some keywords, and as you can see, right, it's just not got, like, let's say if I was looking to acquire this link because I'm a lawyer or I'm an SEO, let's say, right, the keywords that it's ranking for, so HD, Latina, teen porn, right? Just no relevance at all. Give me boost. I'm going to say that that's like yeah, there's like a lot of websites that get links from these sites that sell like Instagram followers and stuff like that. So let's just keep going down. There's a lot of different like keywords that this is ranking for when it comes to like the porn industry. So that's probably a website that you're going to want to disregard. There's also as well, just so you guys understand, if you go after celebrity names, that is also another red flag, because a lot of celebrity names are relatively easy to rank for. So like Aggie Ahmed, is he married, for example, right? This gets 60 searches a month. If you do this for like 100 celebrities, that's 6,000 searches. 100 celebrities. Sorry, that's 600 searches that you're getting per month through to your website. So if you're just looking at like the traffic of a website, you might think, oh, this website's got a lot of traffic. But if you're not reviewing the actual content that's being placed on this site, you're just going to get penalized links. So they might be links that push the needle today, but in 4 or 5 months time, they are going to essentially go down the drain. So another keyword, Layla Garani, husband, and as you can see, it's just a celebrity keyword. Bartman, wife photos, celebrity keyword. edible ice cream cones, not a celebrity keyword. And then you've just got a few more porn keywords. So always just eyeball check the actual articles that are being uploaded through to this site, because otherwise you're just going to get stuck with a load of spammy links if you're not checking to see if it's somewhat relevant. Like if these keywords were like to do with like business and stuff like that, then I would probably look to actually acquire it, especially if I'm like a law firm or an SEO. But when it's so far wing, I just wouldn't even touch this site at all. So another way of actually analyzing toxic links is the backlink velocity of a website. Now, typically when a website's being built to sell links on, they won't be acquiring new links through to their website, or they'll have like a they'll have an initial spike, and they won't be keeping it up. Now in this case here, it does look like they are actually building out a load of links, but we want to take a look and see what type of links they actually have. Are they like spammy links? Are they mass manipulated links and stuff like that? So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a few filters. So we're going to do follow links. I'm going to do backlink type in content, and then a range of DR 20 to let's say 80 links. And we're going to see what type of links these guys actually have going through to their website. So we also probably want to take into consideration if they are getting any branded links through to their website as well. Now, if there's a massive decline in amount of referring domains and stuff like that, then you probably want to make certain that it is actually a site that you're not getting a link from. So monitor the link acquisition rate to spot any unnatural spikes that might suggest spammy practices. So if there's anything unnatural, like there's a massive increase or a massive decline, just be wary of those type of links. In some cases, it might be okay to have a massive spike, because in some cases websites get like press releases done. They might have won an award or something like that. So you can never just eyeball check it. You just need to do a little bit of digging. Analyze internal linking structure. Ensure the internal links with linking pages are optimized to pass more SEO value. So when you're looking to get a guest post, just make certain that even in the email you can actually mention like, hey, can you build some internal links through to this guest post? Because in some cases a lot of websites don't do that. They might charge you a little bit more for something like that, but just be wary of that. Develop a plan for removing harmful links. Create a strategy to disavow toxic or harmful links that might negatively impact your SEO. Now, if you think you have been impacted by a negative SEO attack, maybe you've got some spammy links, either reach out to myself. I can take a look for you if you want. Head over to casualdash.com, fill in the contact form, and I will be in touch. Or you can obviously try to do it yourself. It's completely up to you when it comes to stuff like that. One thing that I would recommend when it comes to doing disavows is using a tool called Link Research Tools. We're already using their Chrome extension, but their actual tool is by far the most accurate when it comes to analyzing links, bar none. Like, I know some people use SEMrush. I don't recommend doing that. I know some people use Ahrefs. I also don't recommend doing that. The amount of people that I've spoke to that have tried to do a disavow themselves and they've just failed because they're not looking at the entire bigger picture of backlinks. They're not taking into consideration PBNs, hacked links, scraper and aggregator links. It's just a bit of a minefield if you've never done a disavow before. So that has been my video on backlink audit checklist. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. And like what I mentioned at the start of the video, if you want to level up your SEO knowledge, you want to be in the right room with the right people that are actually doing SEO and digital marketing day in, day out, head over to themasterminders.com and grab your tickets. It's happening on the 27th of June in Manchester. Thank you for watching.